You're doing a lot. Maybe you're starting a family, building a home, growing a business. Security First Bank knows your life is constantly changing. And while our commitment remains constant, we're changing too, with tools, technology, and new products from people you trust. For all the ways you're changing and all the things you're doing, we're the bank. Security First Bank. Member FDIC.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements. Hi, this is Nate Brown reminding you to join the Nate Brown Show live weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. It's Rapid City's sports talk show and Rapid City's only call-in radio show with big-name guests from across the country to the local sports coverage you just can't get anywhere else. Join the conversation every weekday for thought-provoking sports talk. This is your show. Don't miss the Nate Brown Show from 4 to 6 p.m. on 106.7 FM and 1150 a.m. and stream us all the time at foxsportsrapidcity.com. Hi,
My kid wrecked his car, his third car. The kid needs a car. We need the kid to have a car. What did I do? I begged my insurance agent for mercy. That's another story. Then I went to Copper Motors in Rapid City and found a safe, reliable car.
Copper Motors is a small, trusted dealership specializing in safe, quality pre-owned vehicles. No pressure, no hassle. Each vehicle is inspected, serviced, and detailed with a warranty like no other. Copper Motors, corner of Campbell and Omaha.
You'll say yes to our year-end sell-down at the Denny Manhunt Auto Group. Denny Manhunt Toyota and Rushmore Honda have moved their used inventory to Rapid Chevrolet for a year-end sell-down. Say yes to a big selection. Over 360 used cars, trucks, and SUVs, imports, and domestics. Say yes to big savings. Buy with no money down and make no payments for 90 days. That's no payments until March 2023. Say yes to a great value. Hurry, our year-end sell-down ends December 31st at Denny Manhunt Rapid Chevrolet.
You're doing a lot. Maybe you're starting a family, building a home, growing a business, or investing in your legacy. Security First Bank knows your life is constantly changing. And while our commitment remains constant, we're changing too, with tools, technology, and new products from people you trust. For all the ways you're changing and all the things you're doing, we're the bank. Security First Bank. Member FDIC. You're doing...
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm Agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
At Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we are here to help you make your comeback. Our team is standing by to diagnose and treat your injury with some of the most advanced treatment options available and same-day appointments. Monument Health practitioners work closely with our therapists and physicians in communities throughout the Black Hills, with locations in Rapid City and Spearfish. Visit monument.health/orthopedics for more information. That's monument.health/orthopedics for more information.
Advertising can be a struggle. where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with Colton, who's right here in the area. And a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of Colton today, and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
You'll say yes to our year-end sell-down at the Denny Menhold Auto Group. Denny Menhold, Toyota, and Rushmore Honda have moved their used inventory to Rapid Chevrolet. Say yes to 23 local and national lenders on hand competing for your business. Say yes to the most value for your trade with multiple appraisers bidding for it. Say yes and buy with no money down and no payments until March 2023. All credit applications accepted. Our year-end sell-down ends December 31st at Denny Menhold Rapid Chevrolet.
Limestone can.
Welcome to Game 2 of our doubleheader this afternoon on Fox Sports Rapid City. It's the boys' turn to take to the court as Rapid City Stevens prepares to battle the number 1 ranked team in AA boys basketball, the Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers. Hello once again, and thanks for joining us. I'm Jerome Wickersham alongside Dean Gurr. We want to welcome you to the J&J Truck and Auto Body pregame show presented by J&J Truck and Auto Body. For the highest quality work and hassle-free customer service, let J&J get your vehicle back on the road. They make it easy by working with your insurance company and getting the repairs done. Just Google J&J Truck and Auto Body in Rapid City. So the Raiders now 1-4 after their loss last night to the Sioux Falls Roosevelt Rough Riders, 50-41. But, it was a fairly close game. The Raiders did shoot 57% in the first half. They trailed by only 1 at halftime, 27-26. But again, the Raiders shooting dropped off. They shot 39% for the game. But overall, Dean, I think there were some promising moments there for the Raiders last night. Taking on the Rough Riders, Caden Dowling led the Raiders with 10 points. And I think, they were competitive for much of that ball game.
Yeah, they definitely were. It was, I believe it was 39-39 with about 4 minutes left to go. And then they couldn't, hit a shot. What they needed to at the right time, and just like you said, just kind of fell apart there in those last few minutes, and just didn't get the job done. Good to see Caden Dowling. We knew that he's one of those big pieces of the puzzle for the Raiders that they need him to do a lot. He runs that point position, but he's got to get other, he's got to be able to work with the other players and set up and do his part of it. So to see him get those points is great. Now they got a towering mountain in front of them. Hopefully they take a little bit from what the Cobblers did last night and come out like that today.
Speaking of that game yesterday for Sioux Falls Jefferson taking on Rapid City Central, that win did not come easy. In fact, the Cavs trailed by 8 to the Cobblers at halftime, but they limited the Cobblers to just 5 points in the third quarter. And again, they went on to win 56-48. Taylon Ashley finished with 16 points, but it was leading scorer Caden Year, averaging almost 20 points per game. He finished with 9, but he entered the fourth quarter with just 1 point. So it was definitely not his night, shooting in that ball game. And he did most of his damage from the free throw line. But you're right, the Cobblers slowed it down, went to a half-court game, played good defense. we'll see what the Raiders do this afternoon, and we'll see what the Cavaliers, if their game plan is to come out and try to get a quicker start than they did yesterday.
Yeah, I think they want to get a quick start all the time. I don't think that was necessarily their intention is to not get as quick a start as they were looking for. I just think the Cobblers were ready. They were ready when they walked onto the floor. The Cavaliers missed some shots, but they were being swarmed by the Cobblers and just creating, all sorts of havoc for them. So not exactly going the way they wanted to. Finally got things going in the second half. And like you said, Caden Year, just an incredible basketball player. And he didn't touch the ball a lot in that first half, but when he did, they were all over it. And it's hard to say because you talk about Caden Year, okay? The kid is amazing, and you say, well, if Caden Year doesn't have a great game, then the Cavaliers are going to struggle. That's not the case with this team. They have so many players. Taylon Ashley is going to go play basketball. Caden Year is going to go play basketball. Many others, 6 players, are going to go play next-level sports somewhere when they're done playing here. So they have tons of talent that if one night one player struggles or 2 or whatever, they got lots of guys to help back that up with. So, we saw it last night, and it's going to be a lot of work for the Raiders today. They got to be ready.
Let's talk about our keys to the game. They're being brought to us by Dakota Discount RV. Find the key to building lasting family memories with a new or pre-owned RV from Dakota Discount RV. Take a look at their great selection of RVs at 2 locations, Dakota Discount RV, across from Cabela's and also on JB Road in Blackhawk. Dean, as we look at these 2 teams, they're done warming up. What's it going to come down to get that victory this afternoon?
Well, it's going to be a couple different things. I think the game plans the Cobblers put last night against them, it would be the best game plan for the Raiders today coming in. They need to slow things down. You can't push it. Number one, when you get the rebound and work up the court, unless you got a clear opportunity, but that opportunity might close really quickly because of the speed and athleticism of the Cavaliers. So you have to slow things down, and you have to take care of the basketball. You have to crash the boards, take care of the basketball, slow the game down. That's for the Raiders. For the Cavaliers, they're going to want to push and push and push, and attack. That is going to be their MO. It was last night. It's going to be again tonight. If they struggle shooting, no problem. They're going to continue to attack until it finally works out.
So the Cavaliers coming in 6-5. Coming in on the season 4-0 on the season, and they will take on the 1-4 Rapid City Stevens Raiders. As we look at this matchup here this afternoon, Dean, let's look at today's players to watch, powered by High Plains Physical Therapy and Aquatic Therapy Center. Remember, you have a choice on who to see for physical therapy in Rapid City. With a state-of-the-art facility and one-on-one personalized treatment, get started at highplainspt.com. Who do we need to watch this afternoon?
Boy, it was funny because, last night, I believe it was Caden Year. It was my player to watch, and he did some things, but he's an amazing player. He is a player to watch. But I think tonight we're going to go with this afternoon, we're going to go with Taylon Ashley. He does a lot of things, super athletic. He really kind of leads things for this team. It's like leading this big, amazing, talented team, and what he does out there just sets the tone for the rest of the team. It's hard to lead when you got a lot of athletes. It's hard to do. That's Taylon Ashley is going to be mine. Daylor Seagrass is going to be mine. He has got to have a great game. He's got to have help from the rest of the team, but Daylor Seagrass has got to carry this team today.
Those are our players to watch, so let's get to today's starting lineups being built by Connect Home Center. Whether it's residential or commercial, Connect Home Center has been your hometown lumberyard since 1928. For the Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers, they'll go with number 3, Taylon Ashley, a 6'1 senior guard. Number 10, Griffin Wilde, a 6'2 senior guard. Number 14, Bo Giblin, a 6'1 senior. Number 23, Caden Year, a 6'5 junior. And number 33, Ethan Colts, a 6'10 senior. Head coach for the Cavaliers is Tim Reck. For the Rapid City Stevens Raiders, their starting lineup looks like this. Number 2, Hayden Gebhardt, a 6'2 senior. Number 3, Caden Dowling, a 5'9 senior. Number 5, Nash Sobzak, a 6'4 senior. Number 11, Daylor Segrist, a 6'2 sophomore guard. And number 22, Madinko Holly, a 6'4 junior forward. Head coach in his 8th year is Chris Stabner for the Raiders. The Law on the Court is brought to us by the South Dakota Attorney General's Division of Consumer Protection. Today's officials are Ellen Schmaltz, Daniel Rush, and Jim Fugate. So it looks like the Cavaliers, they win the tip going from right to left here at Gerald Heyer Gymnasium. This is Caden Year, the basketball to Taylon Ashley. Ashley around the screen, gets in the paint, kicks it outside. Giblin drives. Now he kicks it to Year. Year in the paint, the little Euro step, loses the ball, but it will stay Cavalier basketball.
They're just so quick. They can pass it so quick, and the ball is in, and you got to have your head ready when that ball goes.
They get the ball into Ethan Colts, the 6'10 senior, and he's able to just basically just kind of tap it in, really.
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
He's so big. 2-0, Sioux Falls Jefferson with the lead, and then it is Wilde who gets the steal. He goes coast to coast, misses it, but there's the dunk by Caden Year on the follow. 4-0 as the Cavaliers jump out to an early lead. This is Segrist in the front court. Segrist, top of the key as the Raiders go from left to right in their gray uniforms with the blue numbers. Now to Caden Dowling.
They're just standing around. They have no idea what they're doing at the moment.
Here's Madinko Holly on the right elbow. He'll hand the ball to Segrist. Segrist splits the defenders, trying to get the ball to Holly. He chases down the loose ball, gets it back out to Nash Sobzak. Sobzak in the paint is going to put it in for 2 as he beats the buzzer.
Wow, that was quite amazing. Sobzak had players right in front of him, and then all of a sudden they just cleared out of his way, and he's like, I got this great pass to the basket.
4-2, Sioux Falls Jefferson by 2 with 6:30 remaining in the first on the State Farm scoreboard. Caden Year drives the baseline, gives it to Colts. Now they go to Giblin, left side to Ashley. Ashley, back to Colts. He'll hand the ball off to Caden Year. He launches a 3. This one rims in and out, no good. Segrist the loose ball for the Raiders. Again, we want to thank those watching and streaming on GoRaidersLive.com. There's a high shot off the glass. It's no good for Dowling. Getting it back was number 22, Madinko Holly. He is fouled, and it's good to see him crash into boards. We've seen maybe Madinko struggle a little bit this year, but it's good to see him crash the boards like that.
Yeah, you can see plenty of potential in Madinko Holly, but he's still working on playing up to that varsity level.
Mm-hmm. Madinko, just a junior. A lot of these players really didn't get a lot of playing time last year, except I think Hayden Gebhardt,
right,
and maybe Nash Sobzak a little bit.
Yeah, he got a little bit, yeah. So, Coach Stabner kind of starting over. He's done that kind of the last several years.
Mm-hmm. Last year, though, he lost, I think it was 7 or 8 seniors he lost to graduation. But we're tied at 4 apiece after a 4-0 lead. The Raiders answer with just under 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Bo Giblin the basketball. Gets it to Wilde. Griffin Wilde now hands it off to Year. Year to the wing. Over to the right side, it's Wilde. Wilde in the lane. Into the left corner, they go to Giblin. Giblin drives the baseline. Bounce past the Colts. And a couple players hit the deck, but I think we're going to get a kick by the Raiders.
Is it a kick? Well, I thought maybe he was out of bounds.
So Jefferson will keep it. Taylon Ashley triggers it in from the left baseline. Ashley gets the ball into Year. Now back to Ashley. He'll shoot the 3, and it's good for Taylon Ashley. Ashley yesterday knocked down 2 trays in the ballgame. Finished with 16 points to lead the Cavaliers in their win. 7-4, back to a 3-point lead. Here's Dowling in that left corner. He pump fakes, drives the baseline. Now he's going to kick it out to Holly. Madinko Holly hands the ball off to Segrist, back to Dowling. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Segrist, around the perimeter. Dribbles to that right side to the baseline. Fadeaway jumper, not a good-looking shot there for Segrist. He kind of rushed it. Holly gets it back. He pump fakes. Now he fakes it in for 2.
And that was all Nash Sobzak. Got the ball down there. He knocked it away right into Holly, and Holly converts.
7-6. Sioux Falls Jefferson by 1 over Rapid City Stevens here in the boys' game. Giblin left side to Griffin Wilde. Now to Ashley in the left corner. Back out to Year. He'll take a step back, shoot the three, and it's good for Caden Year.
Wow, and Year hit the deck, no call.
5 points in the quarter for Caden Year, and it's a 4-point lead for the Cavaliers, 10-6. Segrist the basketball, the sophomore, down low to Holly. He spins to his left, puts up the shot, and Ladinko Holly with 6 points midway through this first quarter.
Yeah, great job, great move around the basket. Again, maybe we see a little bit of maturation right before our eyes.
10-8 is your score now. Jefferson by 2. Here's Wilde in the paint, left side to Colts, but he shuffles his feet, and a travel by Griffin Wilde.
Yeah, Wilde, he's coming in. You thought maybe he might cut to the basket, but instead he was looking down low and then changed directions and slid his feet.
Kalen Brooks checks into the ball game, number 20, a 6'1 sophomore, as does number 4, Will Dortch, a 5'10 senior. Segrist to Dowling. Dowling in the front court, gives it back to Segrist on that far side. Now Brooks, right side to Dortch. Dortch looking inside, crossover dribble, drives the baseline, gets rid of the ball to Dowling. Back to Dortch, but Dortch came. I think he was still out of bounds when he touched the basketball.
Yep. Can't come in from out. Great opportunity. He was there. He was wide open.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting to see Ethan Pisley.
Yeah, Pisley hit how many three-pointers was that the other night
3 or 4.
Douglas?
3 or 4, I remember.
He hit 3 3-pointers in that ball game. Had the hot hand for the Raiders. There's driving and putting it in for 2 is Kalen Ashley. Now that's 5 points for him. Back to a 4-point lead, 12-8. But the Raiders hanging around. We're seeing some good things from the Raiders early. Segrist double team, gets rid of the ball to Dowling. Dowling in the paint, the floater's up. It is no good. It's a battle for the rebound. Dortch comes away with it. Dortch through the legs, it gets to Brooks. Brooks puts the shot as he drives and puts it in for 2.
Yeah, a great job. You know, you can see that the Jefferson Cavaliers are double-teaming a lot, and that's great open opportunities for the Raiders.
Kalen Ashley drives to the hoop at the other end, gets his 7th point. 14-10 is your score. Sioux Falls Jefferson by 4. The Cavaliers, the top-ranked team in Class AA boys. They try to get it to Dortch, but it bounces off the leg of Dortch. They worked it inside to him.
Yeah, just a low pass. It was an opportunity there. I thought he had it. They did a great job of cutting off Segrist, but just right off the leg, and unfortunately going back the other way.
2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. 4-point Jefferson lead. Kalen Ashley in the front court, around the screen to the right side. He'll get the ball. It'll go to Cameron Black, who drives the baseline. Sexer drives. Dawson Sexer has the shot contested. Raiders come away with it. Dowling works his way into the front court for the Raiders, top of the key. Left side gets it to Segrist. Segrist around the screen, works it to Holly in the post. He'll put up the short jumper. That's no good. It's a battle for the rebound. Brooks is fighting for it, and I think we're going to get a jump ball between Brooks and Ashley.
Yeah, you were ready for a boxing match to start coming. I didn't think they would hit each other. But boy, you're ready for something big to happen. So good job by the official. Jumping in on that was, hey, let's just get a jump ball. Let's get them off of each other.
Coming in for the Jefferson Cavaliers is number 40, Sam Siegfried, a 6'5" senior. I think he said he's going to play football.
Yeah, he is going to play football. He looks like he's kind of a lineman, but I think he was their tight end this year.
The shot is up and good for number 20, Caleb Brooks. He has 4 points, and you got to be happy the way the Raiders are playing this first quarter. At the other end, though, Dawson Sexer puts up the 3. The ball hits the top of the backboard. It'll go out of bounds, and the Raiders come away with it.
So it must have hit the shot clock. It can hit the top of the backboard as long as it comes back into the field of play.
Okay. Sexer gets the steal, puts up an off-balance shot in the paint. No good, but he hits the deck, and he will go to the free throw line for 2.
You see, they're just so opportunistic. It's almost like watching a pack of wolves. If you've ever seen those nature channels or whatever, the pack of wolves is like they go after one person, and then one nips here, and they go, and then they nip on the other side, and you don't know where they're coming from, and then all of a sudden they just swarm and take advantage, and it seems like there's like 8 players out there sometimes. So the Raiders, again, they just have to take their time. I thought the Cowboys did a pretty good job of breaking the press last night. Raiders need to do the same.
Sexer is a 50% free throw shooter on the season. He hits the first, makes the second as well for his first 2 points. Back to a 4-point Jefferson lead, 16-12. 1:40 to go in the first. Here's Dowling in the front court, being trapped, though, in the corner, gets rid of the ball. It goes to number 10, Tyler Portlock. Portlock has it stolen by Griffin Wilde. Now Dowling gets it back. Dowling in the paint, and Griffin Wilde gets the steal. Portlock applying a little bit of pressure, the 6'1 sophomore. They get it into the front court, though, now. It's Giblin, the basketball. Giblin to Cameron Black. He'll set up the offense down to a minute 10 in this first quarter. Back to Giblin. Now they work it down low. It goes to Siegfried.
Yeah,
and that's going to be a charge or a offensive foul on Sam Siegfried.
Yeah, that's the football player in him kind of lowered his shoulders, used that to kind of clear some space to go back up, and a good call, the official right on top of that one.
Caden Dowling will take a seat as Daylor Segrist checks back in for the Raiders. So they go with Portlock, Segrist, Dortch, Thomas Mardian, who's in, and Kalen Brooks. Dortch in the backcourt. Bounce pass to Segrist in the front court. Segrist pulls up, shoots the 10-foot jumper. That one no good. Brooks grabs the rebound, puts up the shot, no good, but he's fouled by Dawson Sexer, and Brooks goes to the free throw line.
Boy, how big a free throw is going to be potentially for the Raiders here in this game.
That foul again, number 32, Dawson Sexer with his first. Third team foul against the Cavaliers. Free throw no good for Brooks. He has 4 points in the game.
That is only his third free throw attempt of the season. I mean, he doesn't get a lot of playing time, but I think he got a little bit more, just shooting 50%.
Makes one of 2 free throws, has 5 points. Sioux Falls Jefferson 16, Rapid City Stevens 13, with 47 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. Taylon Ashley walks into the front court, man-to-man defense by Rapid City Stevens. In that left corner now, Ashley gets around the screen of Caden Year, gets in the paint, drives by Mardian, puts up the shot, no good. And I believe Thomas Mardian will get whistled for the foul.
Yeah, Mardian's got some feet. He's a starting center for the Raiders in football. And so, he's got some feet and some moves. But when you get someone like Taylon Ashley flying by you, you better anticipate well ahead and get your body over there. And he just kind of swatted at it.
Mardian is a 6'5" junior.
A little bit of an ole. Here you go. I'll swat, and hopefully I get something.
Ashley had 17 points yesterday in the win over the Cobblers, already 16 points, rather, but a good start tonight for Ashley this afternoon. 9 points in this first quarter. It's 18-13. Portlock in the front court to Dortch. Bounce pass goes to Segrist. Down low to Mardian, and Mardian puts it in for 2. Nice passing there by the Raiders.
Right, that's textbook passing. You get it right there. You're in the lane. You bounce it through the lane. A good bounce right into the hands of Mardian, and he doesn't wait. He goes right up, which is exactly what you're supposed to do.
Down to 10 seconds now. 3-point Jefferson lead. Ashley from the left elbow puts up the jumper. No good. Portlock grabs the rebound. Portlock to Segrist. Down to 2 seconds. Segrist to Portlock. He'll air it at the buzzer, and it just hits the front of the rim. It's no good.
I'll tell you what. Boy, that last one, Caden Year absolutely wiped out one of the Raiders. Just crushed him. I don't know if he's talking to the officials. Like, I got pushed into him. Either way, there's a huge collision that didn't get called.
On the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agent Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick, after 1, it's Sioux Falls Jefferson 18, Rapid City Stevens 15. We'll step aside for 30 seconds right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM. Fox Sports Rapid City and FoxSportsRapidCity.com, as well as GoRaidersLive.com.
Canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We want to welcome you back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, Sales, Service, and Recreation. With Dean Gurr, I'm Jerome Wickersham. A good first quarter here, Dean. The Raiders hanging with the top team in AA boys basketball, trailing by only 3 to start this second quarter.
Yeah, we see, again, a little bit like it was last night. The Cavaliers not shooting as well, but the Raiders just hustling all over the place. And we saw them play this zone defense last night a little bit against the Rough Riders, and I thought it did really well.
So zone defense by the Raiders. This is Giblin, the Giblin to Wilde, now to Caden Year, driving the left baseline, putting up the shot, no good. Segrist the rebound for Rapid City Stevens. He'll get the outlet pass to Caden Dowling. Dowling works his way into the front court.
And Year kind of twisted his ankle. He's kind of just being a little ginger there.
Now they go to Brooks, who's in the ball game. Brooks to Dowling. Dowling had 10 points last night. Takes a step back, shoots the jumper. That one's no good. Segrist gets it back. There's the floater in the paint, and it's good for Taylor Segrist.
Getting those second chance opportunities, especially against this team, are just absolutely going to be huge.
7 minutes to play here in the second quarter, 18-17. Caden Year shoots a 3 at the other end. That one rims in and out, no good. A battle for the rebound. Segrist comes away with it. Segrist works his way into the front court, gets the ball to Gebhardt. Gebhardt from the free throw line, puts up the jumper. That one is no good. It's a battle for the rebound. It goes out of bounds, and the Raiders keep the basketball.
Boy, you love having Kalen Brooks in the game. He's playing hard. Is he going to sit down?
I think he might get a timeout. Yep.
Yeah, so you're going to talk a little bit here about what's going on. But again, like you said, they're just battling just much like the Cowboys did last night. It's like, hey, man, if we battle, we can frustrate these guys. We can stay with them.
Yep. Sioux Falls Jefferson comes out to Western South Dakota. Maybe they were thinking, hey, we'll get 2 wins, but it might not be 2 easy wins.
No, definitely. You got some. I realize this is Rapid City, so you don't have as many quote-unquote Cowboys, within the city, but they got that fight kind of like Cowboys do. You're ready to just battle with whatever you got in front of it, elements or whatever it may be, and they're doing it on the court.
Get timeout by the Cavaliers. For all of your office, shop, and storage needs, choose Quality Commercial Properties, LLC, at the Samco Business Plaza. Quality, affordable, and reliable. There's nothing better on the west side of Rapid City. Call 605-721-9777. Quality Commercial Properties, LLC, at the Samco Business Plaza. So Nash Sobzak checks back in out of that timeout. You'll see Segrist, Madinko Hawley, Nash Sobzak, number 3, Caden Dowling, and Hayden Gebhardt. There's the ball that goes into Hawley. Hawley drives hard to the basket, puts up the shot a little too strong, no good. A battle for the rebound. Gebhardt picks it up to keep it alive. They go out to Sobzak for 3. That one is off the mark, no good. Again, a battle for the rebound. We're going to get a whistle against the Cavaliers.
Yeah, just everybody going in, and you're going to get that proverbial over-the-back call everyone loves.
I love calling over the back.
It's obvious, because that's what it looks like, obviously.
That's the first on Griffin Wilde, 4th team foul. Caden Dowling triggers it in. They go to Hawley, now back to Dowling. Dowling kicks it outside to Sobzak. Sobzak to the baseline. He's cut off, gives the ball to Segrist. Segrist into the corner, shoots the 3, and it's for Taylor Segrist.
I think that caught everybody off guard. The defender laid off him a minute. He's like, I'm deep in the corner.
At the other end, we see a Sexer driving. He knocks down Sobzak, but he misses the shot. Raiders come away with it. Segrist in the front court, leading by 2. 6 minutes to play here in the second. Hawley is going to get the charging foul as he knocks over Taylon Ashley.
Yeah, he just tried to make it. I think he actually stumbled into him. I don't know if he got caught up in the feet of Ashley, but he stumbled right into him. And I don't know if Coach Stabner likes it or not, because there wasn't a call down here on the other end. But either way, I mean, he ran into him and knocked him over. It was a good call.
That's going to be the first on Madinko Hawley.
And you've seen Stabner talking to Schmaltz.
13 foul against the Raiders. It'll be Jefferson Cavalier basketball. They trail by 2. Caden Year to Griffin Wilde. Wilde to that top of the key. Now they go to Ashley. Ashley to Sexer in that left corner. Back to Ashley. He'll fire a 3. That one off the mark, no good. Caden Dowling comes away with the rebound. Dowling, left side to Gebhardt. Gebhardt wants to drive in the paint. Puts up a tough shot. But we'll get a whistle against the Cavaliers, and Hayden Gebhardt goes to the free throw line.
With the Raiders taking a little bit out of the Cavalier book. Hey, let's attack. Like I said, it's not that the Raiders don't want to attack. They just got to be very selective in their decisions to attack. If the Cavaliers aren't back, hey, go for it. But they can get back so quickly and be so athletic. And again, they want to slow the game down. If this gets into this track meet, all of a sudden the Cavaliers are just going to fly all over them. Gebhardt misses the first free throw. He shoots the second and misses that one. He's a 62.5% free throw shooter on the season, but he misses both of those. So the Raiders come up empty. They still lead by 2, 20-18 on the State Farm scoreboard. Cavalier basketball. Griffin Wilde drives that left baseline, shoots the tough jumper, and it's going to be the basket +1 for Griffin Wilde. His first points in this contest. Yeah, and Mandinko Hawley just late coming over there with an opportunity, and they could have easily sealed him right there in that little short porch area, right in front of the A of the Raiders, painted on that sideline, but he's just too late. And instead, and this kind of shows you maybe his little bit of varsity hesitancy. You got to get over and you got to be solid. He kind of ran over there and just kind of stuck his arm out there, and hey, maybe I can get it kind of in the way. No, you got to get there. You got to be solid. Both hands up, square to him. And the free throw is no good for Wilde. So we're tied at 20, 5:13 to go in the second quarter. Dowling, as they work it around to Sobczak on the left wing. Back out front to Siegrist. Siegrist drives to the right. The sophomore in some trouble. It's going to be a jump ball between Sexer and Siegrist. Possession arrow pointing towards the Raiders, though. Caden Dowling will trigger it in underneath the Raider basket on the left baseline. Dowling gets the ball into Siegrist. Siegrist underneath the basket. He steps out of bounds. That was really not a good inbounds play. He was double teamed as he was underneath the basket. Yeah, he tried to fight through the double team again. He got tripped himself, got on the ground, and then tried to grab the ball and had his foot out of bounds. 5 minutes remaining before halftime. Our halftime show coming up next on Fox Sports Rapid City. Dawson Sexer, the basketball, bounce pass to Mason Riley. Now they go to Year, kick it out to Ashley. Ashley into that left corner. Takes a step back, shoots the three. It's off the mark, no good. Riley taps it out. Sexer, backdoor pass to Ashley, and he puts it in for two. You know, their passing is so crisp. It's so quick. It's just really hard to stay with it. Your body's got to try to catch up with that ball, and it just doesn't happen. Jefferson Cavaliers regain the lead 22-20. 4.5 minutes remaining in the second. Here's Thomas Mardian, top of the key. Mardian had the ball knocked out of his hands. He scrambles for the loose ball. Siegrist picks it up. Siegrist, in a hurry, gets into the front court. Siegrist, right side to Dowling. Shot clock did not reset, so now they go to Sobczak. Sobczak in the paint, off balance, puts up the shot. Holy smokes, that's a ridiculous shot. He was stumbling, fumbling, and threw it up and got it. We're tied at 22 with just under 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Here's Wilde in the paint, kicks it to the corner. They go to Sexer. Sexer, cross-court pass to Caden Year. Year down low to Ashley. Baseline jumper is good for Ashley. You see how fast that ball flew from one end of the court to the other. Just so quick. 13 points for Ashley now. Siegrist almost lost it. Getting it back is going to be Holly. Mandinko. Or Minka. Oh, is Minka in the game? Yeah. At the other Year, at the other side, it was Caden Year with the dunk. Yeah, and that time again, you know they're going to run. You know they're going to push. The defense didn't get down there, and it's so hard. They're so fast to get into the other side. So the Raiders want to take a timeout to talk about this with 3:23 to go in the second quarter. Again, on the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. It's 26-22, Sioux Falls Jefferson with a 4-point lead. We'll take a look at some other scores real quickly. In the boys' game being played over across town at Howard Nas Gymnasium, Rapid City Central and Sioux Falls Roosevelt tied at 24. At where at halftime? At halftime, nice. Good competition. Again, it was a close game all the way until about 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter last night right here. So, yeah, Roosevelt, again, starting over fresh this year. They've got some athletes and competitive, but the Cobblers, thankfully to see them coming back with what they brought last night and bringing it in today. Also from earlier in girls basketball, the final, Rapid City Central over Sioux Falls Roosevelt, 54-41. And then in a game you heard earlier on Fox Sports Rapid City, fourth-ranked Sioux Falls Jefferson defeats Rapid City Stevens in girls basketball 52-43. Just the second loss of the year
for the Lady Raiders. We get set to jump back into the action of this boys contest. 3:23 remaining before halftime. Again, thanks for watching on GoRaidersLive.com as well. Here's Sobczak into the front court for the Raiders. They trail by 4. Holly to Sobczak. Sobczak gets in the paint, puts up the shot. It's good for Nash Sobczak. He's had a nice first half. 6 points now for the 6'4" senior.
Yeah, he's definitely a major contributor, defensively, and some of the things he can do offensively. They love using his height.
There's that zone defense again. Here's Riley in that right corner. Mason Riley gives it to Ashley now in the corner. Back to Riley. Riley hands it to Ashley. Ashley around the screen, trying to work it inside. The ball's tapped around. Riley trying to save it from going out of bounds. Instead, it hits his teammate, Cameron Black.
Yeah, both of them trying to get after it. Just fighting out of bounds.
Now the Raiders with a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3. 26-24 is your score. Caden Dowling in the front court, being chased by Black. Hands the ball off to Segrist. Segrist now double-teamed. Gets the ball to down low. They work it to Brooks. It's Sobczak to Brooks.
Wow.
He was wide open for 2.
Nice look by Sobczak. I thought that big pass all the way to the right to the free throw line was going to get stolen, and instead Nash Sobczak cashes in on it.
And Caden Year knocks down his second 3 of the game. He has 10 points, and it's 29-26. The Jefferson Cavaliers lead by 3. Bounce pass to Brooks in the front court. Brooks, he's going to drive, puts up a tough shot. It's no good. He was contested by Caden Year. Ashley comes away with it, races into the front court. Bounce pass. They get it to Year. He'll shoot the 3 at the other end, and it's good. Back-to-back three-pointers for Caden Year. 13 points now for the 6'5" senior. 32-26. Down low, Brooks pump fakes, puts up the shot. No good. Gets his own rebound, and he's going to put it in for 2. Brooks now with 9 points in the ball game off the bench for the Raiders. Kaylin Ashley at the other end. In the left corner, they go to Year. Year dishes off to Riley Mason, to Black, now to Ashley. Ashley bounce pass to, and it's going to get stuck. It bounce pass to Mason Riley, and it gets wedged between the backboard and the rim.
Yeah, and, it's funny how you can see that this game can turn so quickly with the shooting at athleticism of the Cavaliers. Caden Year, just a couple of big hits, and all of a sudden, they stretch the lead. Still hanging in there. Raiders doing a great job, especially finding offensive players. Kalen Brooks is stepping up big time offensively. I'm not quite sure what the officials are discussing there, but coming in again, Kalen Brooks. Talk about Nash Sobczak coming in and being a contributor again. They need contributors who are going to do something offensively because they can't just rely on Daylor Segrist.
Griffin Wilde gets the ball. He drives now, and he's going to bank it in for 2. Just the second basket for Griffin Wilde. Back to a 6-point lead for the Cavaliers, 34-28. Portlock, the basketball, is going to be stolen by Year. Year into the front court to Black. Black gets it to Wilde. Wilde back to Year. They set up the offense. Right side, they work it to Giblin. Down low, it's going to be Seacred. His shot is no good. He gets his own rebound and banks it in for 2.
Boy, that was one of the downfalls of the Cobblers last night. Couldn't limit the second chance opportunities of the Cavaliers. Kind of happening here.
8-point lead now for the Cavaliers. Here's Gebhardt. They go to Holly. Now back to her pass to Portlock. Portlock has a shot blocked by Year, but getting it back is going to be Brooks, who's in double figures now with 11 points. Down to 28 seconds. The shot clock is off. Giblin shoots the 3, and it's nothing but net for Bo Giblin.
Just effortless.
Here's Gebhardt back the other way, loses the ball, dives for the basketball. It's going to be a jump ball as the officials come in there before it turns into a wrestling match.
Yeah, absolutely. You could see it coming.
39-30. 16 seconds remaining in the second. Raider basketball. Caden Dowling will trigger it in from the left baseline. Dowling gives it out to Mardian, top of the key. Mardian gives the ball to Minka Holly. Down to 7 seconds. Minka to Gebhardt. Gebhardt shoots the 3. This one bounces around the rim. It's tapped out. Giblin from midcourt puts up the shot, and it is just off the right side of the iron.
Wow. Right now it's turnovers that are killing the Raiders. They're shooting, they're missing a couple of shots, but shooting percentage isn't horrible, but just the turnovers are just absolutely hurting them. On the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agent Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. At halftime, Sioux Falls Jefferson leads Rapid City Stevens 39-30 is your score. We're back in 1 minute with the halftime show when we return to 106 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and online at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Star Spangled Batter on Jackson Boulevard in Rapid City, South Dakota. Famous for their delicious cakes, cupcakes, and other tasty baked goods. But did you know they're the only bakery in town to offer free consultations? Not to mention free samples when planning your big or small wedding. They also take special orders for that special party for that special someone. Check out their daily specials on Facebook or call ahead to grab some goodies for the office on your way to work. Star Spangled Batter is a proud sponsor of Rapid City sports and activities on liveticket.tv.
Would you...
Now, welcome back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium on the campus of Rapid City Stevens High School as we welcome you back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, sales, service, and recreation. Here at halftime on Fox Sports Rapid City, Sioux Falls Jefferson, the top-ranked team in Class AA boys basketball, they lead Rapid City Stevens 39-30 here at the break. At the end of the first quarter, the Cavaliers led by only 3, 18-15. But then the Cavaliers outscored the Raiders 21-15 in that second quarter to lead by 9 here at the break. But overall, Dean, we knew the Raiders, they're coming in 1-4, but they are putting up a fight. I think they're attacking well in with that press, but they're also attacking the basket and getting some shots. Caleb Brooks having a real nice first half.
Yeah, definitely. If you're talking about the highlight of the first half, it is, or the things that went well for the Raiders, it is. You're right. They're converting some shots maybe they haven't always converted throughout the season so far, and they're getting after it around the rim, doing a great job. 20 rebounds they got, 10 offensive and 10 defensive. So that's, at this moment, is really what's keeping them in the game. They have 8 turnovers, and so that's the downside of what they have been doing. They're shooting a lower percentage than Jefferson, and that was Jefferson's issue. One of their issues yesterday in that first half, they were down to 20-some%. I don't remember exactly what the number was, but right now shooting 51%. So, hitting their shots much more, and we saw quickly turn on a dime. It was the Raiders were right there neck and neck, and all of a sudden a couple of quick turnovers, the bang bang pass here, and then all of a sudden you're converting. You get 2 quick hits by Caden Year from downtown, and it goes from this tight game to all of a sudden it's nearly a double-digit lead, and it just happens just like that. Mm-hmm. So, the Raiders, I think, game plan's working well. Slowing the game down, they're going to have to do the same thing. I like that zone defense. I know they didn't do it a lot last year, and I didn't see it a lot this year, but coming out against this team is forcing them to shoot from the perimeter. But the Cavaliers do such a good job. That ball zips back and forth like a pinball, so quick from hand to hand, and the vision, the cutters, the moving, the athleticism of the Cavaliers, it's hard to stop. But if you're going to slow them down, that's the best way to do it, and I think they did a decent job of that.
Breaking down the scoring in this first half for the Raiders, again, they trail by 9 at halftime. They're led at the break by Caleb Brooks with 11 points as he hit 5 of 8 from field goal, and then he's 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. So 11 points for Caleb Brooks, 6 for Madinko Hawley, and also 6 for Nash Sobzak, 5 for Daylor Segrist, and 2 for Thomas Mardian. For the Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers, they're led at the break with Ashley Talon and also Caden Year, each with 13. 4 points for Griffin Wilde, 3 for Bo Giblin, and 2 each for Ethan Colts, Dawson Sexer, and Sam Seacred. So we saw the Raiders. They're hanging in this ball game. They have 8 turnovers in this first half, but they're hanging around. They're making it tough for the Cavaliers. Even at one point they led. What adjustments? What do you see these two teams doing in the second half?
Well, I think the Raiders just need to remember to get back to what their game plan is. Continue crashing the board. 10 rebounds, 10 offensive rebounds is quite a decent feat against a pretty athletic Cavalier team. So getting those 10, of course, Caleb Brooks has 3 of them. We just seen it down here, just what he does and fights after it. So they're going to have to just continue to work, and they're going to have to just get a hand in a face and be ready. Again, I think that zone defense needs to stay for the most part, quite often. Just slow it down. And the turnovers, again, it's 8. The stats sheet says 8. And they can convert turnovers so quickly, can the Cavaliers, that when they're going into their half-court sets, they just have to be careful where they're moving the ball. They can't force anything. They're going to get trapped. The Cavaliers are doing a great job of trapping them, especially in the corners. The Raiders need to stay out of the corners, back into the middle third, and be able to make a play. If you force a team, the court's divided up into thirds. If you force a team into half court or a third in the side thirds of the court, it just limits your opportunities, especially when you got big hands, big physicality, long arms. It's hard to see, what you can. And so when they're there, they got you trapped in a corner, you're almost done for. So they got to keep the ball in the middle third when they're in their offensive set. We'll see what the Raiders can do in the second half. Again, the halftime show right here on Fox Sports Rapid City. And Sioux Falls Jefferson leading Rapid City Stevens 39-30 in this boys contest here this afternoon at Carroll Hire Gymnasium. We'll step aside one more time. When we return, it's the start of the second half right here in 1 minute on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City and FoxSportsRapidCity.com, as well as GoRaidersLive.com.
Car scams are more common now.
Buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Z Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Z Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today. Your first...
Halftime show here at the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, sales, service, and recreation. Jerome Wickersham and Dean Kerr with you on this Saturday afternoon as we wrap up our high school hoops coverage for the week. This afternoon, Rapid City Stevens trailing the top-ranked Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers as we get set to start this third quarter. It's 39-30 is your score from earlier this afternoon. A very close ball game, tied at 21 at halftime, but the fourth-ranked Sioux Falls Jefferson Lady Cavaliers, they get the win over Rapid City Stevens 52-43. Also in girls basketball action from earlier, a final, Rapid City Central defeats Sioux Falls Roosevelt 54-41. So with that win, Rapid City Central now even at 3-3 on the season. And real quickly, in the fourth quarter with 5:40 remaining, Sioux Falls Roosevelt 45, Rapid City Central 36.
Yeah, Central is probably running out a little bit of gas here, I'm sure.
Well, I know they gave it their all last night.
Yeah.
I mean, they had, well, I like to say they had the Cavaliers on the ropes. I mean, they led by 8 points, and they played a really tough ball game.
It was, they definitely played them much better than we anticipated.
We'll get set to start this second half now. It'll be Cavalier basketball. 39-30 is your score on the State Farm scoreboard. Cavaliers with the lead. They're the number 1 ranked team in AA boys basketball. Here's Bo Giblin. He spins in the paint, puts up a shot. It's contested. No good. Taylor Segrist comes away with it. And Dowling tried to pass it to Segrist, and it was just a very lazy pass. I don't know how you want to say it.
Nonchalant. He didn't realize that there was a Cavalier right behind him, and that's what we're talking about. Just those type of turnovers are just going to kill him.
Bo Giblin gets the basket. It's now 41-30, an 11-point lead for the Cavaliers, their largest. 7:20 remaining. Bounce pass to Gebhardt. A backdoor pass to Hayden Gebhardt, who gets his first points of the contest. Here's Taylor Ashley now. Single-digit lead at 9. Griffin will lead the basketball on the wing as the Cavs go from left to right. They go to Ashley in that right corner, work it down low to Ethan Colts. He backs his way in. Underneath the basket, the reverse is no good. He was a little too far under the basket.
His legs are just too long.
He's 6'10". Taylor Segrist to Caden Dowling, top of the key, back to Segrist. Now they go right side to Gebhardt on the wing. He'll get it to Holly. Dinko Holly, who had a good first half, looking for Sobzak. He wants to drive. Now he picks up his dribble, passes back to Gebhardt. Gebhardt gives the ball to Sobzak. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Sobzak on that right wing as the Raiders go from right to left. He'll shoot the three. That one is short, no good. Colts grabs the rebound. Outlet pass to Giblin for the Cavaliers. Here's Wilde the basketball to Ashley. Drives to his left. Now he dishes off to Colts. Colts underneath. Drives, and he is fouled by Madinko Holly, who picks up his third.
Yeah, I think Madinko thought he might have it right there. Is ready to reject Colts, and then Colts spins, and Holly's in the air.
In the left corner, Bo Giblin shoots the three. That one is no good. The ball's tapped around. Raiders fight for it. Caden Dowling, after it gets tapped around, comes away with it. Dowling in a hurry, gets in the front court. They go to Gebhardt in the corner. Gebhardt to Sobzak. Sobzak crossover dribble to his left. Puts up the shot in traffic. No good. It's going to be a battle for the loose ball. Taylor Ashley comes away with it for the Cavaliers. He'll work his way into the front court on the near side. Ashley crossover dribble. Passes back to Caden Year. Down low they go to Colts. Puts up the turnaround jumper. The little hook shot there. No good for Colts. Segrist in the front court for the Raiders. Segrist feeds it to Holly. Holly, turnaround jumper is up and good for Madinko Holly. 8 points now for the 6'4" junior.
That was a good job by Ashley, actually, to defend Segrist. I thought Segrist had a clear alley there, and instead it got knocked around, but Holly doing a good job of cleaning up the trash.
Raiders hanging around. They trail by 7, 41-34. Caden Year drives the baseline at the other end, and there's Segrist with the steal. Segrist passes the ball to the front court. It was a risky pass. Ashley tries to save it from going out of bounds, but it'll stay Raider basketball.
That's what we talked about, slowing the game down. Take those opportunities when you can, but be ready because you know that the speed and athleticism of the Cavaliers is going to get back, and that's exactly what that is. Tried to make that touchdown play, but playing defensive back was Ashley.
Dowling into Caleb Brooks. He spins to his right. Pump fakes, puts up the shot, no good. Mardian taps it, but it's into the hands of Year, and then Segrist. He gets the steal. Taylor Segrist in the front court. Passes it out. It goes to Gebhardt. Gebhardt gives the ball to Dowling. 4:38 remaining. A 7-point Jefferson lead in the third quarter. Dowling was trying to spin there. Instead, he drags his foot, gets called for the travel.
Yeah, he was trying to spin. He got cut off, and then he tried to reset and do something else with it and picked up that pivot foot.
Mason Riley is checked in, as did Cameron Black for Sioux Falls Jefferson. Now we see that zone defense by the Raiders once again. We'll see if they stay to that. Fadeaway jumper there is short for Wilde, and Wilde is going to be, Taylor Segrist is pushed by Mason Riley.
And Riley just driving in there, and again, You got to use your body. You got to put people on your back. We're going to see for the first time in this ball game, Ethan Pisley. I don't know that he played last night. I didn't watch the game, intensely close, but I tried to keep an eye out for him, and I didn't see him at all. 6'2" junior checking in, hit 3 3-pointers Tuesday night in their game against the Douglas Patriots. In the front court, it's going to be thrown away. Riley comes away with it. They go to Wilde in the front court. Wilde in the paint. It's going to be a blocking foul on Caleb Brooks. That's going to be number 2, second team foul against the Raiders. There's no hesitation by this Cavalier team. They get it, they get the steal, and it's right back at you. There is no half court. I mean, yeah, they obviously run some half court, but not a lot of it. It's like, we've got the athletes. We're just going to go right after you. It's like watching college basketball. The players they're there. If there's an inch of opportunity, they're going to take it, and they're going to go after it. Wilde makes the first free throw. It's now an 8-point lead. And make that a 9-point lead as he hits both free throws. 43-34. Bounce pass to Pisley in the front court. He throws it away. He was going out of bounds, gets it to Black. Black drives, and they're going to call the foul on the floor, and that's going to be on Caleb Brooks, his third. Yeah, the turnovers right now are just absolutely killing the Raiders. Pisley comes in, he turns the ball over. That throw just turns the ball over. The Cavaliers are just do a great job. They got 2 trapping in a corner, and the other 3, again, like that pack of wolves, are just staying out on the perimeter, opportunistic, taking a shot. Here's Ashley now. He'll shoot the 3. That one is no good. The ball is going to be tapped out. Segrist, trying to get it, but Kalen Ashley so quick, he chases down the loose ball. Ashley in the front court, around the screen to the left, now back to his right. Gives the ball, it goes to Black. Black, the floater in the paint, rims in and out, no good, but it's Mason Riley who cleans it up as he puts it back for 2. How about Ashley? Such a trigger. He just runs everything and creates so many opportunities for this team. Full court pressure. The Raiders to Dortch, now to Dowling, ahead. It'll be Pisley driving the left baseline, bounce pass to Mardian, and Mardian puts it in for 2. Sometimes that extra pass is what the Raiders need to do, and they've had success with it. Yeah, absolutely. Once you break that press, you got the numbers, get it inside. Caden Year in the low post backs his way in. Now he kicks it outside. Mason Riley shoots the 3. That one rims in and out, no good. A battle for the rebound, and the Raiders will come away with it. Dean, we want to just mention quickly a story coming out of Bismarck, North Dakota. But Rapid City Christian's Olivia Kiefer eclipses the 2,000 career points in their game this afternoon in Bismarck. She's just the second basketball player from Rapid City to reach that mark, and the first ever Lady Comet. Yeah, she's an amazing athlete. She's been starting since she was an 8th grader for the Comets. So congratulations to Olivia Kiefer of Rapid City Christian. We'll jump back into the action now. Hayden Gebhardt in the paint. He puts it in for 2. We get to see Olivia Kiefer on Tuesday. We do, as they take on the Sturgis Scoopers. There's a steal by Minka Holly. Holly to Dowling in the front court, left side. Gebhardt shoots a 3 from the corner. It's good for Gebhardt. Boy, you love it when you can cash in. You take your turnover and find an open look and turn it back the other way. Look what the score is doing now. Jefferson led by as many as 11, and it's now a 4-point Cavalier lead, 45-41. Here's Caden Year in the low post, backs his way in. Mardian contests the shot. It's no good. Riley gets it back, gives it to Year, and Year gets the basket. Boy, what an opportunity. It's gone by the wayside. They had Year trapped down underneath and couldn't get it. Caden Dowling now works his way into the front court. He drives and misses the layup at the other end. Mardian gets the rebound. His shot is no good. Man. Those desperate points they needed right there. 47-41, 6-point Jefferson lead. Minka Holly with the steal for the Raiders. Holly goes coast to coast. The shot is no good. And we're going to get a foul, though, and Minka Holly, the 6'2 sophomore, goes to the charity stripe for the Raiders. Yeah, Caden Year, he's tall. He's like 6'5". He's going to use an opportunity. He's going to time it just right. And, again, you got to get a long arm and be able to swat something like that. If you just try to body someone up, you're on the side. You're not going to get that call. You have to be in legal guarding position.
Minka Holly misses the first free throw. Again, that foul was on Caden Year. That's his first. Second team foul against Sioux Falls Jefferson. Cavaliers come in 4-0 on the season. They finished 7th in last year's state tournament. Holly makes the second free throw, 47-42, a 5-point lead for Sioux Falls Jefferson. Griffin Wilde drives, had the ball knocked out of his hands there, but there was contact.
Yeah, Gebhardt just trying to guard him. Wilde's like, hey, this is. I'm going to go play football for South Dakota State, and I'm going to do my football move here.
Wilde drives to his left, puts up the shot. They will count the basket +1 for Griffin Wilde.
Yeah, he's just taking advantage. He's like, I got this Gebhardt kid in front of me, and I'm going to see if I can take him to the hoop and get to the free throw line.
So that'll be number 2 on Hayden Gebhardt, 15 foul against the Raiders. Wilde at the free throw line. He misses that free throw. The ball's tapped around, and it's going to be Bo Giblin who gets it. And then Giblin hits the tray.
Second chance opportunities again. He killed the Cobblers last night, and the Raiders are struggling with it as well.
1:18 to go in the third quarter on the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agent Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. Just like that, the Raiders had the lead cut to 4. Now it's a 10-point lead for the Cavaliers, 52-42 here at Carroll Hire Gymnasium. For all of your office, shop, and storage needs, choose Quality Commercial Properties, LLC, at the Samco Business Plaza. Quality, affordable, and reliable. There's nothing better on the west side of Rapid City. Call 605-721-9777. Quality Commercial Properties, LLC, at the Samco Business Plaza.
We talked about how quickly this game can turn. That's one of the exciting parts about basketball is, a couple of big threes, turnovers, all of a sudden you got a 10-point swing quickly, and like you said, down 4 to now down 10.
Nash Sobzak will trigger it in. He gets the ball in. It goes to Gebhardt. Minute 15 to go. Gebhardt in the front court being double-teamed. Cross-court pass to Sobzak. Sobzak to Dowling. Dowling will set up the offense. We see man-to-man defense by Sioux Falls Jefferson. Dowling round the screen to the right side. Bounce pass down low to Mardian. Mardian puts up the shot over Siegfried. No good. Siegfried gets the rebound, or the loose ball. They give it to Ashley. 50 seconds remaining now in the third. Ashley trots into the front court. Top of the key. Bounce pass to Giblin. Giblin out front to Siegfried. Siegfried right side to Ashley. He'll fire a three. This one is short. No good. Ashley gets his own rebound and keeps it alive. Ashley, the scoop shot. No good. Sobzak comes away with it. Sobzak bounce pass to Dowling. Shot clock is off. The Raiders could hold for the final shot if they choose.
Boy, how about a big three here if they hit it?
If they do. There's Dowling now being guarded by Giblin. Just taking his time at midcourt near the center circle.
Yeah, they're going to start the run about 10 seconds here.
Down to 12 seconds now. Dowling to Minka Holly. Now left side, they work it down low. Sobzak. Sobzak spins to his right. Puts up the shot. It's short. No good. Sobzak gets it back and puts it in for 2.
Well, love the effort. Thomas Mardian kept it alive, and Sobzak finishes. So, hey, it wasn't a 3. It was a 2. To close out, hopefully give them some momentum into the next quarter.
On the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. After 3, Sioux Falls Jefferson leads Rapid City Stevens 52-44. We'll get back in 30 seconds. We'll return in 30 seconds right here at a 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City and foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Danny Meadow. Belly Brothers Auto Tech is the bark of the town. Belly Brothers is one of the top-rated local auto shops in South Dakota. From an oil change to transmission repairs, they'll treat your car with exceptional service at reasonable rates, with plenty of financing options also available. Holding an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau since 2008, Belly Brothers will get your tail wagging. And visit Jennifer Young next door for your tax accounting needs.
When you ask...
Welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Sales, service, and recreation. Jerome Wickersham and Dean Gurr with you on this Saturday afternoon as we wrap up our coverage this week of high school hoops. It's Rapid City Stevens taking on top-ranked Sioux Falls Jefferson in our boys matchup this afternoon. It'll be Raider basketball trailing by 8, 52-44. Here's Daylor Segrist, the basketball for the Raiders. Man-to-man defense by Sioux Falls Jefferson. Right side, they go to Gebhardt in the right corner. Gebhardt out to Mardian. Thomas Mardian. Over to Segrist. Segrist hesitates. Now he spins back to the baseline. Wanted to drive. Gets the ball down low to Mardian. Mardian puts up the shot and puts it in for two as he knocks over Sam Siegfried.
Wow. That's not easy to do. I think he hurt his leg. He's actually being very ginger about it. I think they're going to do an official timeout, just let him sub in.
Ethan Colts will exit as Sam Siegfried takes a seat on the bench.
The funny thing about that is, there was obviously no call. Mardian didn't turn around and hit him. I think he just kind of spun, and I think they were just the bodies kind of fell together.
Mardian has 6 points in this ball game. It's 52-46. Down low, Colts in the low post, being guarded by Mardian. Kicks it to Giblin on that left wing. Giblin around the screen, gets in the lane, pump fakes, loses two defenders, and then puts it in for two.
Wow, they just go flying by him.
10 points for Bo Giblin. 54-46, still that 8-point lead for Sioux Falls Jefferson. Ashley applying pressure on Dowling. Dowling,
second call.
That left side had the ball knocked out of his hands, gets it back, drives to the right. Now he gives the ball to Segrist. Segrist around the screen, pulls up from the left elbow, puts up the jumper, no good. It rolls out. Here's Wilde to Ashley. 6.5 minutes to go. Again, thanks for watching also on GoRaidersLive.com. Here's Caden Year. Year to Ashley, top of the key, back to Year. Bounce pass down low to Colts. They get it to Ashley. Ashley splits the defenders and puts it in for two. He is so quick, but just his first basket in this second half.
Right, but he does so many other things, triggering things and making stuff happen.
And the Raiders will take a timeout with 6:15 remaining in the fourth quarter. On the State Farm scoreboard, it's a 10-point Sioux Falls Jefferson lead, 56-46 over Rapid City Stevens. While we have a moment, we'll look at some other scores real quickly. 11 seconds left in the ball game. Sioux Falls Roosevelt 54, Rapid City Central 50. So that game coming down to the wire. Two close ball games for Rapid City Central. And it looks like we do have a final, 55-50. The Rough Riders beat the Cobblers in boys basketball action.
So unfortunate for the Cobblers. 0-2 this weekend. But I tell you what, not knowing obviously what happened in today's game, they showed that they've got a lot of heart, and when you give a lot, you obviously got to do a lot of things right, but when you bring your A game, you can push a lot of teams to the brink of their competitive nature. So if they can carry that with them into the rest of their season, I think it'll be very impressive for them as we roll through January and February.
Absolutely. In the girls' game this afternoon, over across town, Rapid City Central defeats Sioux Falls Roosevelt 54-41. So the Lady Cobblers now even at 3-3 on the season. Let's get back into the action now. Raider basketball trailing by 10 to Sioux Falls Jefferson. Dowling with a crossover dribble. That left side gets the ball to Holly. Has his shot blocked by Colts, though. Ethan Colts at 6'10". Into the front court, Dowling goes for the steal. Saves it from going out of bounds. Works his way into the front court. Dowling goes coast to coast and gets the layup.
Wow, a lapse of defense by the Cavaliers. You don't see that too often.
56-48. The lead is 8 now for the Jefferson Cavaliers. Caden Year, the basketball, bounce pass down low to Wilde. Wilde, baseline jumper is good. Back to a 10-point lead, 58-48. 5.5 minutes remaining. Caden Dowling in the front court, dribbles around the screen to the right side, gives the ball to Segrist. He'll shoot the three, and it's good for Jalen Segrist.
That looks so smooth. I love this shot.
2 trays in the ball game for Segrist. He has 8 overall. 58-51, a 7-point Cavalier lead. Here's Caden Year, the basketball. He'll drive. Now cuts back to his left, trying to work it in down low to Colts. The ball is loose. His body's hit the deck. And a jump ball between Gebhardt and Wilde. They all just came flying in. They did. It'll stay Cavalier basketball. That'll be Talon Ashley who'll trigger it in along the right baseline, gets the ball into Wilde. Wilde from the left elbow, spins to his left. They go out to Colts now. Back to Giblin. Giblin drives the baseline, cut off, though, by Segrist. Now he drives, and we'll get a reach-in foul. Just, playing defense on someone who's got such a quick step, and so many of these Cavaliers just have that. You got to give them the space. You got to be able to drop step, but you don't want to give them too much space because they can shoot the three. That's the first on Taylor Segrist. Talon Ashley, pull-up jumper from the right side is no good. Segrist tried to grab the rebound, but he loses the handle on the basketball. It just rolls out of bounds. I think there were 3 Raiders there, all with an opportunity. Ashley again will trigger it in. They get it into Year. He drives the baseline, trying to get the dunk, but instead it's blocked by Madinko Holly. Man, just a fantastic backside swat. Segrist to Holly. Holly turns, faces the basket, kicks it outside. They go to Sobczak. Now they work it back to Dowling. Dowling around the screen, drives to his left, trying to work it inside. Ashley gets the steal. Out in transition. Ashley goes coast to coast, puts up the shot, no good. The ball's tapped around, and finally it's still tapped around. A couple of opportunities, and Sobczak gets the ball, and now a reach-in foul against one of the Cavaliers. There was 3 of them. Wow, how about that? 3 opportunities there, and the Cavaliers come up empty. Yeah, they're just trying to tap it in, and the tap, wasn't working. How about Taylor Segrist? We know how quick and athletic Ashley is. He gets the steal, heads back the other way, and Segrist gets back here in time to contest that shot. Dowling in some trouble there, gets the ball to Sobczak. Sobczak ahead to Segrist. Segrist, left side, they go to Dowling. Pass that. Oh. Dowling the basketball in that left corner. Bounce pass down low to Holly. Holly turns, faces the basket. He drives, kicks it back outside to Segrist. He'll shoot the 3 again, and Segrist with back-to-back three-pointers. 11 points in the ball game. It's a 4-point lead now for the Cavaliers, 58-54. And Taylor Segrist right now carrying the Raiders on his back. They get the ball to Wilde in the paint. He'll kick it out to Giblin on the right wing. Giblin around the screen, pulls up from the free throw line. That one is short. Sobczak gets the loose ball. Sobczak gives it to Dowling as the Raiders being patient now. Caden Dowling will work his way into the front court and hand the ball to Segrist. Segrist directing traffic. Segrist one-on-one. Gives it to Gebhardt. Gebhardt picks up his dribble. Now he hands it to Segrist. Segrist to Holly, drives to his right, splits the defenders. Going to put up the short jumper, no good for Madinko Holly. Yeah, he was going to play off of that contact, but Year backed off, and I think Holly kind of lost his rhythm. I think they were going to call a timeout, but the official misunderstood Tim Reck of the Cavaliers. Yeah, that happens. You get that 5 out. They'll say that, and you think timeout. So the official said it's on me. We're going to give the ball. It'll be Jefferson basketball. Talon Ashley in the front court. Bounce pass to Giblin. Now left side to Wilde. To Ashley in that left corner. Down low, it's Mason Riley. He pump fakes, puts up the shot, and Mason Riley puts it in for his second basket. Just great patience, letting the defense play, and then he played off of him. Sobczak on the near side in front of the Raider bench, gets it to Brooks. Brooks will go up. In the low post, puts up the shot, bounces around the rim, no good. Brooks chases down the loose ball to keep it alive for the Raiders. They'll go to Segrist for 3. This one off the mark, and Ashley grabs the rebound. Ashley pushes the ball into the front court. They go to Riley, and Riley wide open as he cuts to the basket for his 6th point. 4 unanswered, and again, here comes the Cavaliers, and the coach statement is like, look, hey, we got 2 minutes, 8-point game, guys. We gotta get after it. They're doing a fairly decent job at this point, but
they still got to get smart shots. And again, you got to be able to knock the right ones down.
We have a 30-second timeout, or full timeout, rather, by the Raiders with 2:02 remaining on the State Farm scoreboard in this fourth quarter. Insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. Sioux Falls, Jefferson, 62. Rapid City, Stevens, 54. We're back in 30 seconds on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and online at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Black Hills Surgical Hospital. You ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name. When you ask...
We're back here at the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, sales, service, and recreation. Jerome Wickersham and Dean Gurr on this Saturday afternoon of high school basketball action. Top-ranked Sioux Falls Jefferson leading Rapid City Stevens in the boys' game, 62-54. It'll be Raider basketball coming out of that timeout. Caden Dowling. They go to Brooks on that left wing, or left elbow. Caleb Brooks to Sobzak. Backdoor pass to Dowling. Dowling to Sobzak, dribbles to that left corner, back to Dowling. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Dowling around the screen to the right side, puts up the floater. That one is no good. It's a battle for the rebound. Segrist had it. His shot is no good, and Griffin Wilde gets the rebound.
Yeah, I think he just got caught too far under the rim, trying to put it back under. And time is ticking.
It is definitely ticking for the Raiders. Here's Ashley in that left corner, out to Caden Year. Year looking for the backdoor pass. Instead, he dribbles to the wing. Passes to Giblin. Giblin to Year. Year shoots the three from the corner. That one is short, no good. The battle for the rebound. Brooks last touches it.
And the hard part with that one is it's going to get them another possession, another shot clock possession. They need a huge stop here and a score on the other end.
We're going to get a 30-second timeout. 106 remaining. Still an 8-point lead, 62-54. Sioux Falls Jefferson, the top-ranked team in the state, trying to head back east undefeated. They're in good shape right now, leading by 8, but we know in a matter of seconds things can turn around quickly.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's a minute 6 now, 8-point game. We can walk out of here with an 18-point game as quickly as things could happen. And I'm not sure at what point the Raiders are going to start trying to foul. They're already in good shape with 6 right now. But, they're going to take their chances. I'm sure they're going to go for the steal. But pretty quickly, if this possession doesn't happen, doesn't create a turnover or a rebound within half of this shot clock, then they are going to foul.
Ashley will trigger it in. New shot clock for the Cavaliers. Here's Caden Year, top of the key, being guarded by Sobzak. Year gives the ball to Giblin, now to Ashley at midcourt. And it's going to be Dowling. He's going to foul. That's going to be just the first on Caden Dowling. And that'll send Talon Ashley to the free throw line for the bonus. One-on-one coming up.
And Ashley was only a 57% free throw shooter coming into today.
In this ball game, he's made 2 of 2 up to this point.
I guess coming into this weekend, not figuring yesterday's stats.
He misses the front end of that one-on-one. Brooks falling down, gets the ball to Dowling, though. And then the steal by Mason Riley as Ashley works his way into the front court. They go to Year, and Caden Year will be fouled.
85% free throw shooter coming up here, but that's what we talked about, kind of those turnovers. Obviously, the Raiders, they're trying to push things. They would want to get it up court, but you got to be ready. The Cavaliers playing center field on that one, a long cross-court pass. And, of course, Pisley coming in with three-point ability. You need him in the game. But it's got to happen quickly, and you got to know that they're ready.
62-54 remains the score. Here's Year for the one-on-one, makes that free throw. Just his third point in the second half. He has 16 overall.
Now, he didn't play football, but man, I'd love to see him out there playing receiver.
Oh, absolutely. At 6'5", misses that second free throw. Wilde gets the rebound to keep it alive.
And then I got fouled again. Year's like, I'll just stand here while you guys come crashing down on me.
So back to the free throw line is going to be Caden Year. Right now, the time against the Raiders, only 40 seconds remaining. They trail by 9, 63-54. One-on-one again. That free throw is good by Year. 17 points. He averages just under 20 points per game. Of course, yesterday he had only 9 against the Cobblers. Both free throws good for Caden Year, the 6'5" senior. Will Dortch comes in. Caden Dowling will exit. Minka Holly, Hayden Gebhardt, Will Dortch, Caleb Brooks, and Ethan Pisley on the floor for the Raiders. They trail 65-54. We're down to only 33 seconds remaining. We're going to get a foul. That's on Talon Ashley, his first. Fourth team foul against the Cavaliers. Just a reminder, coming up is our Pioneer Bank and Trust post-game show right here on Fox Sports Rapid City. There's the inbounds pass to Brooks, to Pisley for 3. That one is no good. The ball's tapped out. It's going to be Will Dortch who shoots the 3. That one is no good. Caden Year comes away with it. Here comes Talon Ashley in the front court, down to 15 seconds. And it looks like the Cavaliers will just run out the clock with 11 seconds to go, as they will be traveling back to Sioux Falls, 5-0 on the season. That's going to be your ball game. The final score on the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agent Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. The top-ranked Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers improved to 5-0 as they defeat Rapid City Stevens this afternoon. 65-54 is your final. We're going to step aside for 1 minute. When we return, it's the Pioneer Bank and Trust post-game show right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM. Fox Sports Rapid City and online at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
We all want to be happy, but sometimes that doesn't feel possible. But if you have hope, you have everything. Rising Hope Counseling provides high-quality mental health services with locations across South Dakota. Additionally, by providing telehealth, we ensure South Dakota's rural residents have access to high-quality mental health services. Our team lives and works in your communities, and we understand the unique challenges we face. Schedule an appointment by phone or online today. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change. We all want to be...
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Belly Brothers Auto Tech is the bark of the town. Belly Brothers is one of the top-rated local auto shops in South Dakota. From an oil change to transmission repairs, they'll treat your car with exceptional service at reasonable rates, with plenty of financing options also available. Holding an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau since 2008, Belly Brothers will get your tail wagging. And visit Jennifer Young next door for your tax accounting needs.